You ready?
Oh,
We're all packed. And she is really packed. Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mariah.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is
Exploring Snap.
So back in early October, Kevin and I took another road trip up to Washington, and we just wanted to tell you the story.
Here we go.
So, it's Wednesday, about 5:30 in the morning. Kevin and I had taken the night before to actually pack Fiona, my car.
And she was packed. We had a bunch of stuff. We added more things. We had a large cooler instead of compactable cooler and a bunch of other camera equipment.
And yeah. Now, Kevin and I had already taken a road trip back in July. We hit almost every single state on the West Coast except for Washington and Oregon.
Because of me.
Because of Kevin.
Yeah.
So, before 2020 ended, we just knew that we had to hit the entire West Coast, so...
We did.
Kevin, we're on the road. How long have we been on the road for?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Really? It's felt like longer.
Yeah, she's not meant for this. I can drop you off here if you want.
This is my car.
And? I'll bring it back.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
You promise?
You're welcome.
Pinky promise?
Yeah. All right. Right here, Target.
So, our first destination that we set out on was Coos Bay, Oregon.
Which is actually a recommendation that we got from my friend who lives in Portland, Oregon.
And it was also suggested to us that we drive up 101 rather taking the I-5 north, just because it is a gorgeous drive.
And it is.
Even though it takes just a little bit more time.
So on our drive up north on 101 through Northern California, we see a bunch of redwoods, and it's just so green and so vibrant. And I remember going up north as a kid, and I just don't remember it being this pretty.
And, you know, of course, as we're driving up, there are a ton of touristy things, a couple of which we decided we would stop at because we had the time. The first was the drive-through tree park, where you actually can drive your car through a massive redwood. The other one was just a little bit confusing, and it was called Confusion Hill. This point. Stool sample here.
This is so weird.
It feels weird going up here, honestly. Like... This place is weird.
Go for it.
See what I mean? I feel the actual gravity.
Yeah, you feel gravity? As we're driving up the coast, we see a bunch of pretty beaches, and it starts to rain, and we actually see a bunch of surfers too, so we decide to just pull over at one of the beaches.
Yeah, and we can definitely tell that we're in Oregon, as you stated, with the rain.
Yeah.
But you know, one of the beautiful things about Oregon is there's just so much gorgeous artwork as well. And so of course we, made a couple of stops, took some cool shots. But then there was also, some pretty spooky things along the way too.
Alright, so we stopped just for a bit to see something spooky. That guy right there. Look at that guy.
Look at the detail.
So spooky.
There's some other cool stuff around here.
Yeah. Look at that, so spooky. Yeah, they have other cool stuff here though too. Some random spot on the side of the road. And yeah, we're gonna stop maybe one more place and then to our campsite and then go to our campsite and that's it. Oh, they got a dragon. Oh. Yeah, so this place was great. They had a dragon, they had a praying mantis, I think they had a raptor too, and so much detail went in each one of them, and they were all, well, not all of them, but a lot of them were lifelike.
Yeah, I mean, there were sculptures of all sizes,
Right.
super tiny ones, they had chairs, swings, but these sculptures in particular were massive. They were greater than life, and there was so much definition and detail, and they
Right.
even went so far as to painting them too, just to bring them more to life.
And you could tell that they got so many people coming through because they didn't pay us any mind.
No, I mean, and we literally just pulled over on the side of the road where this was and got out of the car and just started taking pictures and videos, and I'm sure it happens all of the time because they were pretty smart, because if you're not even planning on buying something, they have this little donation box that you can just, put some money in to make sure that they can continue doing what they're doing.
Such an awesome place.
Would you say it was something awesome? So after looking at all these awesome sculptures for quite some time, Kevin and I hadn't even made it to our destination where we're supposed to be camping for
And
the
it
night.
was getting dark,
Yeah.
so we had to hurry up and get out of there.
Especially because one of the most important things to us when we go out on our trips are
Sunsets.
we are sunset chasers.
Absolutely. Chasers.
Chasers. So as we're driving along the coast, we are just frantically looking for somewhere we can just pull over and get out of the car and stand in awe of the sunset.
And we got lucky, and we found a place to pull off at the last 5 minutes of the sunset.
And man, it was incredible. Oregon really pulled through. Just gorgeous pinks and oranges, a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue.
So pretty.
But then of course, once the sun was gone, it started to get dark. So once the sun finally set on the horizon, it of course got dark at this point, and then we just made our way to the Bastendorf Campgrounds. Now this was actually a beautiful campground, probably had about 20 or 30 sites. It
Right.
had bathrooms, showers, a table, a fire pit.
There was only one thing wrong with the campsite, and that was the ground was so hard. So when we were staking in the tent, it was just like, it was just tough.
Yeah, and just to add to the difficulty level, of course, it's dark. So, we bring out my little lantern, and then after we set up the site, it was time for Kevin's favorite part of the night, which was dinner.
Oh yeah, and we decided on pigs in a blanket
But with regular hot dogs.
and mustard.
Yes, and mustard. So all we did was we just got biscuit dough and we literally just wrapped it around the hot dog.
Yep.
And then we wrapped those in aluminum foil and then...
We thought we burned them.
Yeah, we just stuck it on the fire and next thing you know...
Well, we didn't stick it on the fire. We stuck it on the top.
Right.
There's a little grill thing. Stick it on top.
And, you know, we were so nervous because we were so hungry at this point. And one thing about Kevin is he definitely gets hangry when he doesn't eat. But, you know, with Chef Mariah on the road, we had a wonderful dinner. And at that point, we just decided to turn in for the night to get ready for the next day.
I just love food.
So thanks everyone for joining us for the part 1 of our 7-day road trip.
Right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss part 2 of our road trip.
And make sure you stick to the end so that you can see a couple of other really cool shots that Kevin and I took during day 1.